5, 6. You got 6.
6 spots plus the handicap.
1, 2, 5 plus the handicap.
5.
And
Me
if
and
you
Kirk found out there's a gym back there, a private CrossFit gym.
Oh.
This is the back of the building that I was telling you. that
Oh,
we
so
go
they
around.
did section it off.
Yeah.
Mm,
So
that's where Kenny is gonna walk in and
that's
out
that
of.
man door, yep. And then it kind of stops right here.
Yeah. And then it. Is there a door over here?
Yeah, this is the
The other
land.
side.
This is where the landlord is storing his cars.
In there.
Yeah. 3 years is not that long. You know, it's
In
kind of a
terms of
safe.
a business standpoint, no, yeah.
Right. It's a safe spot.
That's funny, a car dealership gave you a 3-year lease. It's
Right.
like you're leasing a vehicle, right?
No, that's not. The master lease is through the landlord himself.
Oh, they just recommended it.
I'm only subleasing. No, I negotiated 3-year lease.
Okay.
The landlord wanted to do 5. I wanted to do 3.
Mm-hmm.
I have the sublease through Cadillac, so Cadillac still is on the lease of that until February 27th. So February 27th, they're going to, my lease, the Just 3C and Jerry, who is the landlord, will be, it'll just be Aiden and Jerry.
Yeah.
But for now, I'm leasing it from Auto Cadillac until February. Hey guys, today's a pretty special day. What's today? Thursday. So Tuesday evening, I got the keys to the official second 3C detailing location. We're up here in Albany, so I have the car wash about 5 minutes down the road, and I've been working with these guys at Auto Cadillac, and they're great people. This is their old location, and I am officially taking it over and putting a second shop up here. So finally got the keys. This is my first day in here. I took the Tahoe up with all of my stuff from the shed down in Kingston, and we're gonna slowly start building this shop out and getting things over here, and hopefully within maybe 2 to 3 weeks I'll be in here fully detailing cars. So we're gonna be working directly with Cadillac. We're gonna be taking other, all of our clients. We're gonna be building a clientele up here, and hopefully get this thing rolling within the next 6 months to be exactly like the Kingston shop. So I'm very excited. All of the people that are working for 3C are all very excited to expand. So let's go inside and I'll show you the place. So
we could get 10 that way and
4 this way,
4 this way.
which is 40 cars.
That's wild.
40 Chevy Tahoes
Right.
nonetheless.
Yeah.
Now we get 911s in here, call it 50.
45, yeah.
So the building was built in 2019, so it's very relatively new. It's got air lines running, it's got running water. I have the dehumidifiers running, testing those out, getting them to have a little bit of run time. I turned them on and they had a little bit of a musty smell because they haven't been turned on in a few months. But this is clearly the wash bay side. So it's got the slot drain with a pitched floor. You can see I just ran this water earlier and it slopes down really nice. It's almost dry here already, which is crazy. So you can see the pitch of the floor is to the right spec. It's pretty fast, but it's not like, super down slope, which is good for working. So we'll have a pressure washer set up here. We'll transition cars a little bit over to do interior detailing, so cars can be washed and cleaned on the inside. In that far corner, I plan on doing car storage. So hit us up if you want some indoor, temperature, climate controlled, very dry air car storage. There's tons of power, so every car will be on a tender. Eventually, I plan on getting some lifts so we can stack cars and utilize the space. It's like 25 foot to the center of that roof, so we have an ample amount of space in here. 2 bathrooms, a small little office, So I'll probably set up a little office and do a shared spot with the head detailer in here and slash Aiden's office. So that'll be pretty cool. Yeah, there we go, we got lights. Nice little window here. Hot water and everything in this little kitchenette, which is great. There's really not much I need to do to this building other than just outfit it to be ready to clean cars up to the 3C standard. So, you know, nothing was shut off. Everything runs. This water is, the hot water heater is right underneath the sink, so it's instant hot water, which is awesome. Everything is labeled on this panel properly, so finally I have a freaking building with a properly labeled panel, and we're not guessing. So I know a lot of you guys would be like, that's not a huge thing. It is a huge thing. You can know what you're working on. These are the switches for the dehumidifiers, which is great. I have power up in this box for you know, the Spectrum and you know, Wi-Fi, stuff like that. Let's see what else we got. So the lighting in this place is a little dim, in my opinion. Earlier we had the garage door open, and it showed, you know, the sun from that garage door. It's a 14 foot by, I think, 14 by 9 foot door, so it's big. We can pretty much fit anything in here, but that lets a lot of daylight in. But on a hot day like today, we're gonna keep that closed. So I need to add some lighting. I'm gonna add some big fans in the center, because right now there's just the one fan. And surprisingly, that little fan does circulate air quite a bit. But I'll get maybe a couple smaller ones, or just one big one that hangs down and circulates air a little bit better. Because there's no AC in here, but because it's insulated very well, it does, and concrete floors, it does stay reasonably cool. Like, it's not, you know, we're not sweating bullets in here. And it's been really hot this week. So this air compressor over here does not work at the moment, but the old guys, you know, the guys from Cadillac that were in here, the old tenants left it. So maybe we'll see if we can rebuild that. I plan on building a little room for an air compressor to run. So it's, you know, I'll put sound dampening panels in the room and make it quiet. So, you know, my fear is that we get a big compressor and it's constantly running when we're detailing, and it's just vibrating this whole place and really loud. So I don't want that to, that's, you know, that's kind of my solution to make this big place, you know, not super loud with the air compressor. I have similar piping like this in my shop hidden in the wall. I'm not a huge fan of this line because it kind of looks a little wonky, but it's already here. I'm gonna utilize it. There's sticks coming down for air. So there's 3 over there, which is great. 1 behind that post. My original plan is to pull those off and swap it to this side, because I plan on having the air go to over here. So I'll just run that line up and over and drop the sticks down, so the air is probably on that back wall. As I mentioned earlier, vehicle storage in this side, and this side will be my buddy Kenny with Northeast Auto Design doing window tinting. So we'll have a tint guy in here. He plans on moving up to Albany, and I'll give him some space in this corner, which will be great for the both of us. Up there you can see the heater. So that heater kind of looks small for the space, but it actually is properly rated for the square footage. Once again, 6,500 square foot in here, so it's big. This is a ton of space, more space than I've ever had. So I'm really excited to build this place out. You know, in my dreams, I wish I could have Swiss track flooring in this whole place, and Cree linear lighting, and, you know, all of the goodies that I like. But it, you know, one, I'm renting the space, so I'm, you know, I have to be reasonable with what I spend, and 2, you know, to buy Swiss tracks for a floor this big is 30 grand, and that's kind of not really worth it, especially because it's polished concrete floors and the floor is very new. So we're gonna keep this. Maybe I'll Swiss track the wash bay eventually, but for now we'll just keep the floors clean and squeegee, and we'll be good. We'll slowly move into this place as time goes on and as the business builds up here. But as I mentioned before, Cadillac is going to be funneling me a ton of business through all of their clientele, and I will be, spreading the 3C name up in Albany and trying to get, some of our own customers and clients as time goes on. So this is the space. I'm super excited, and there's a ton more to come with this place. So we'll see how everything pans out over the next few weeks.
What are your thoughts after day one? I'm filming.
I'm excited. That space is big. I think that in a couple weeks it'll start to come alive. It's still a little, it feels vacant in there. I'll be excited once the vacuum and the pressure washer is set up, and
You can wash something for the first time.
yeah, actually wash a car. I'll be excited to wash a car for the first time. I think we're like 2 weeks away from being able to wash a car.